What's up everyone, Lion Roar here, and in today's video, I'm going to tell you the top 5 mistakes that new players make when selecting development tree upgrades. But first, download Bloodline Heroes of Lithus, a mobile RPG action fighting game where you can marry your champions to create new and unique hybrids. Use the link in the description to start with some free stuff, including gold and diamonds. See you hopefully soon. Alright, so one of the big differences between City Skylines 1 and 2 is the new progression system, for which you spend development points to unlock new things within your city. And where a lot of new players are going wrong with this is that they tend to be spending their points on things that are just way too expensive early in the game, or they're spending it on things that don't really grow their city as efficiently as possible. Sure, yes, you do need everything within the progression tree to truly grow your city and have all the options open to you, but what are the most important things? Well, I did do another video where I talked about the top 10 of that, so make sure to go check that one out. But let me talk about the ones that are especially bad to choose early on. The first one is going to be in the garbage management system, and that is the Incinerator Plant. Now, there's a couple reasons this one's a mistake. First of all, the garbage dump actually takes a whole lot of trash. You can build quite a big city before that starts to become a problem. That's unlike City Skylines 1. I think people who played that game are just used to those dumps filling up super fast and needing to just go all gung-ho trying to get the incinerator. You don't need to do that so early in the game on this one. It's just an expensive waste of money. Secondly, it just puts off so much pollution that it might not be worth it. It might be worth going for the recycling center instead, which just reduces the amount of garbage that you're creating. And the third reason is, at least in the less than a week that the game has been out, the incinerator plant does seem to be bugged. So at the time you're watching this video, maybe they fixed it, but at this moment, it appears that the incinerator plant creates garbage. It doesn't actually get rid of it, which is a good reason not to go for it. The second thing, and it's kind of like that one, is the crematorium. The graveyard does a perfectly fine job at taking in your unfortunately passed citizens, and so you can have quite a big city before that basically outdoes its use. But also, I think, again, another reason a lot of people are going for this one right away is that in City Skylines 1, you had a problem if you filled your map with cemeteries and then ran out of room and you couldn't delete them or move them or anything. Well, you can move graveyards now. You can delete them. For that matter, you can do that with garbage dumps too, by the way. But it makes it a little bit more flexible so you don't have to race to get the crematorium. Sure, yeah, you probably do want it at some point when your city gets huge, but you don't need it early in this game. The third mistake the players make on the development tree is upgrading the electricity too early. This is definitely more of like a mid-game. You've really developed your city and you need to expand how much power you're creating in order to support your city. You can do perfectly fine early in the game with a whole bunch of windmills, or wind turbines I should say, and like a coal power plant if you really need the power plant. You don't need the emergency battery station early on or the gas power plant. Save this stuff for later. It's just too expensive. And some of the stuff like the gas power plant doesn't create as much pollution as the coal power plant. If you're afraid of the pollution, just use the wind turbines. Number 4, a general mistake that people are making is that they're focusing on service upgrades before basic happiness. So what do I mean by that? It's like this stuff here: the emergency shelters, the fire watch tower, the bigger fire station, the welfare office, like all this stuff here, even like the hospital and everything. You can save that for later. What you should be doing is focusing on happiness. And what I'm talking about with that are things like parks. That's just a really cheap, easy, efficient way to make everybody happy. When everybody's happy, they want to come to your city and they don't want to leave, and they grow. And another thing that helps with this also is the post office. So you want to build the post office over something like the other services, and then potentially even upgrade to the post sorting facility before you even get to the other services. Included in that is schools, except for the college. I do think the college is an important one. Lastly, and I think that this is something that is so overlooked in what new players are doing, that is what I think is a mistake, and that is just overlooking the boring stuff and kind of ignoring those boring upgrades. So like advanced road services, right? Or like park maintenance. Stuff you don't really like see but has a big impact on the game. Your parks need to be clean, they need to be kept up in order to keep your citizens happy. Your roads really you need to have full control over that, so that you don't build up traffic, so there's not accidents, so more people want to come to the city. It's just really important to make sure that you're doing the little things, because then those big things will take care of themselves. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification, and I will catch you in the next one.